Executive Council FEC has approved the immediate establishment of a disaster relief fund aimed at strengthening Nigeria's resilience to climate change-related disasters. This decision was made during Monday's council meeting presided over by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the State House Abuja. Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Engineer Joseph Telum Utsef, announced the development while briefing State House correspondent. He noted that the council extensively discussed the recent flooding in Maiduguri and other parts of the country, stressing the need for proactive measures to manage future disasters. Crucial role in providing water, supporting irrigation and controlling floods in the region. However, it requires urgent repairs. According to Engineer Utsef, the Ministry of Water Resources had previously sought additional funding from the National Assembly and the Borno State government in 2022 to address the dam's deteriorating component. The Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Abubakar Kyari, and the Minister of Finance, Wale Edun, also highlighted the importance of upgrading the dams not only for flood control but also to enhance power generation, water supply, and irrigation. The committee, to be chaired by Minister Edu, will include Engineer Utsef, Minister Kyari, and other key officials. Their mandate is to develop detailed designs and recommendations for the reconstruction and modernization of the dams to boost their long-term functionality. In addition, Engineer Utsef noted Nigeria's participation in World Rivers Day observed annually in September.
Gentlemen, I, along with my fellow members of the Federal Executive Council, were indeed very much in agreement with Mr. President's decision to start today's Federal Executive Council with a report and allocation of time to discuss the unfortunate, the sad, and very devastating disaster, flood disaster in Borno State. We all agreed and felt that it was extremely appropriate that, led by Mr. President, we focused on, first of all, the sad loss of life and expressing condolences to the relatives who had lost loved ones, as well, of course, as looking to encourage, support, and definitely empathize with those whose lives had been very severely disrupted and negatively affected by the disaster, which, although they had survived, they were facing a very difficult aftermath. Having said that, and we have heard from my colleagues, Honorable Minister for Water Resources, Honorable Minister for Agriculture, their own perspective and details of what happened. But at the end of that important discussion, which we started our meeting with, Mr. President did direct that a disaster relief fund be set up. Now we know we do have the NEMA relief fund. We even have, that was from about 1998, 1999, that was set up. And we do have the, we do also have the flood relief fund that was set up around 2012. But I think Mr. President's view is that we need, in this era of climate change, of climate events, as well as the fact that from time to time there will be, no matter the prevention measures, there will be disasters that will occur, that we need to build greater resilience in the form of a substantial disaster relief fund separate from the
Development Authority, an agency that is under the supervision of the Federal Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation. So in 2022, there was a problem with one of the dikes that forms part of the component of the dam. And the ministry now wrote to the chairman, Senate Committee on Water Resources and House Committee on Water Resources, and that of House Committee on Appropriation for intervention, as it was lacking adequate funding in the year 2022. And he also wrote to the government of Borno State to also intervene in the rehabilitation of this particular dam. And the Borno State government accepted and now also invited the Northeast Development Commission to come in, which they graciously accepted and wrote to the ministry, and the ministry gave them a go-ahead. And that process is ongoing. This dam was actually constructed for the purpose, about 38 years ago, for the purpose of water supply, irrigation, and flood control. So when this happened, the ministry, among other high delegations that went there, I led the delegation of the Ministry of Water Resources to that place, and we examined what is on ground. And we are now going to reassess the true integrity of that dam to come up with a detailed design so that an overhaul of that particular dam will be reconstructed for its expansion.
And this is the third in a series of mechanization program by the Renewed Hope mechanization program of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The first one was the Greener Hope mechanization program, which was approved some time ago by Council. And the second one was the Belarus 2000 tractor, similar to what we have in the more robust, but then similar to what we have in the John Deere tractors. So John Deere, of course, is an equipment manufacturer, agricultural equipment manufacturer out of the United States of America. Thank you very much.